nos dimos a la tarea de hacer una especie de obra de teatro, no es en sí una obra de teatro, para explicar los orígenes de Halloween. Yo sé que de repente aquí en México la mayoría de la gente nos preocupa que se pierdan nuestras tradiciones. El trabajar Halloween aquí en la escuela, especialmente en un grupo bilingüe y cultural, no es para nada tratar de minimizar o quitar nuestras tradiciones. Por el contrario, se trata de honrarlas, de valorarlas, pero también el estar en un grupo bilingüe, al aprender un idioma tenemos que aprender esa cultura. Precisamente por eso nosotros optamos por Halloween en esta ocasión. No sé ustedes, pero desde mi infancia a mí me llamó mucho la atención de que todo el mundo satanizaba el Halloween. Y precisamente lo que van a hacer hoy sus hijos es desmentir esa relación de lo satánico con los orígenes del Halloween. Espero que entre lo que ellos digan, ustedes aprendan algo nuevo con relación al Halloween. Chicos, are you ready? Yes. I know that you will do it perfect. So, let's start. Muchas gracias.
Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to share with all of you some of the myths and traditions of Halloween. As Mrs. Ana says, learning a language is learning a culture. There are several activities that the teachers and classmates have prepared, and we hope you enjoy them.
Halloween, also known as All Hallows Eve, has its origins in the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. This festival marked the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, with the Celts believing that the line between the living and the dead became blurred, allowing the spirits to pass through. To protect themselves from these spirits, the Celts would dress in animal costumes and perform rituals around bonfires. And over time, these traditions merged with Christian customs, leading to the modern celebration of Halloween.
Jesus, I will not celebrate Halloween anymore.
What happened? You look wearing costumes and getting candies.
Yes, but I didn't know it was a satanic activity. I will not do it anymore.
Why? Who told you that? This celebration is not a satanic. It's only to have fun and enjoy with your friends.
No, at school they told me that it's a way to celebrate Satan, and I'm afraid of it.
No, Isa. There are always bad people who want to make bad things from good things. But really, go to the book of the origins of Halloween.
It all started with the Celts. Halloween began around 2,000 years ago across the sea with the Celts in Ireland and Scotland. The Celts dominated Western and Central Europe during the late Bronze Age and the Iron Age. Some of these nomadic warriors settled in British Isles and inhabited them from centuries. In fact, it celebrated the end of the harvest and marked the beginning of winter. The holiday was observed November 1st, but celebrations began on October 31st. Why? Because a Celtic day began at sunset, not midnight. To celebrate, families played games and held festivities. This custom endured for centuries, especially in Ireland and Scotland.
There's also difference in many other cultures that spirits were able to walk the earth during the night summit. Some people often left offerings of meals or food out of their homes and towns. The towns to appease these experiences issued them to hurricane playing tricks on individually on their property. They also believe in mischievous fears that will give up a person to protect themselves. The people who dress up as an animal or trick them into leaving them alone. In the 18th and early 19th century, Irish immigrants brought these beliefs with them to the United States, but it wasn't until after World War II we now associate with the Halloween really began to spread across the country.
The children of Irish immigrants quickly became master pranksters here in the States, from soaping windows to selling alcohols free to families. Their pranks became meaner and sometimes dangerous. Exasperated, adults tried to stop their pranks, but it wasn't until the 50s and 60s that parents began embracing trick-or-treat by focusing the holiday on younger children in costume. They spent money to promote the idea of trick-or-treating. Today, trick-or-treating has new forms, for example, fall festivals and trunk-or-treat, but it's firmly a part of American culture.
Oh, so it's not an American tradition.
No, it comes from Europe. That the same happens with Santa Claus, but we'll talk about it later.
And the years are like a way to thank harvest.
Yeah, the people share harvest with bread for homeless and the candies for the kids.
And the years are wearing masks to avoid the spirits.
Yes, it's not a non-standing on it.
Jesus, did you notice the date? Similar to the Muertos in Mexico.
Yes, it's similar, but it's same to the Muertos, but it's not really so.
In Halloween, people light bonfires and wear costumes, word of wandering ghosts. Nowadays, Halloween has become a fun candy-filled holiday with kids trick-or-treating and people dressing up costumes for parties. Día de los Muertos, on the other hand, has penetrated the Mexican culture. The Aztecs and the other Mesoamerican civilizations believed that the death has a natural part of the life, and instead of fearing it, they celebrate it. Over time, after the Spanish colonization in Mexico, this indigenous traditions blended with Catholic traditions and leading to the holiday we see today. They celebrate it on November 1st and 2nd, and believe that the spirits of deceased returns loves during this day.
One of the most significant differences between Halloween and Día de los Muertos is the tone of each holiday. Halloween, especially in its modern form, is about fear and mission. Think of haunted houses, creepy decorations, and horror movies. The idea is to get a little scare and increase the spooky supernatural side of things. On the other hand, it celebrates the lives of those who have passed away. Families come together to honor their loved ones, often through doing altars called ofrendas, decorated with photos, marigolds, candles, and the deceased favorite foods. It is a day of remembrance, not of fear, and important decoration to reflect that.
On holidays, familiar fear skulls and skeletons, but they are used very differently. In Halloween, they are part of the spook factor. They are meant to be creepy and a reminder of Vancouver. You will often see skeletons in haunted houses, graveyard scenes, or even as part of people customs. On the other hand, for the other Muertos, skulls or calaveras and skeletons are symbols of life after death. They are often seen as joyful, wearing hats, dancing, and smiling. And the sugar skulls you see are beautifully decorated with bright colors and patterns that symbolize the cycle of life and death. These aren't meant to be scary, but instead to honor death in a way that celebrates life.
Halloween celebrations are very familiar to most of us, trick-or-treating, custom parties, private companies, and watching horror movies. It's become more about entertainment. It's become a largely commercial holiday to people buying candy, decoration, and costumes. The idea is to have fun with a spooky theme and while it has roots in our traditions. It's become more about entertainment than anything else. Día de los Muertos is much more personal and familiar focus. In Mexico, families often visit cemeteries to clean and decorate the graves of their loved ones. There bring food, drinks, and sometimes even have picnics at the Christmas. At home, offerings are viewed as a way to welcome the spirits back to the world of living. There's music, dancing, and of course, food. The holiday is a celebration too, of family, love, and memory.
Halloween and Dia de los Muertos turn around of the day are different. Halloween lives in spooky and early side of things, and Dia de los Muertos it's a warm and colorful celebration of life. While holiday, they have roots in ancient traditions and different ways. They remind us the connection between living and the dead. At first sight, Halloween and Dia de los Muertos wear the same clothes, both in future skeletons, skulls, and tips of the dead. But when you look closer, Halloween lives in spooky and early side of things, and Dia de los Muertos embraces life, love, and family in a joyful celebration. Halloween is about having fun with friends, and Dia de los Muertos is about remember they've been lost and their memories grow, altars, food, and shared memories.
Oh, Jesus! I can imagine that Halloween is so similar but different from Dia de Muertos. Both are wealthy and they have their own magic.
Yes, when Halloween originated in fear and protection, Dia de los Muertos is about love, remembering and honoring ancestors, but none of them is related to the devil.
Jesus, I want to know more about my cultures and other cultures. So why people make us feel like we are doing something wrong when the basis of the tradition is something nice?
Yes, Isa. Remember you have a problem or you have a don't are you staying here for solve the problems?
Oh, thank you very much, Jesus.
Yes.
Thank you for your time and for being here in the first English presentation that we will have at the bilingual group.
Realmente es un honor tener jóvenes como ustedes que nos pueden compartir este tipo de conocimientos y sobre todo la seriedad que a pesar de que tienen 15, 16 años, 14, 15, 16 años, son totalmente unos jóvenes compañeros. Entonces de verdad se los agradezco y les agradezco padres y familia por darnos la oportunidad. Yo espero que estén contentos con el sistema. Porque realmente estamos haciendo un esfuerzo muy grande para que sus hijos tengan la educación que ustedes nos han pedido. Entonces, pues agradezco a Sara, agradezco a Mónica por siempre estar aquí recibiéndome. Entonces, pues agradezco mucho, señora.
Muchas gracias, maestra, por su dedicación y gracias a ustedes, chicos, por su superación. Eso demuestra, ¿verdad?, que le van a echar muchas ganas. Bueno, apenas estamos empezando y van a salir excelentemente. Felicidades, que Dios los bendiga. Gracias, maestra.
Pues no sé si hubiera algún comentario, alguna retroalimentación de los papás a sus hijos. Aprovechen los que los tienen ahí enfrente.
You also can make questions. También se pueden hacer preguntas.
Preguntas, comentarios.
Bueno, yo sí quiero felicitarlos porque yo sé perfectamente que no es fácil estar ahí al frente y mucho menos con los papás aquí, ¿verdad? Entonces yo les agradezco porque todos se esforzaron y hablaron muy bien, tienen muy bonita pronunciación, muy personal, y siguen esforzándose porque esto es para ustedes su futuro y pues gracias maestra por esta dedicación, por el compromiso, ustedes también.
¿Mamá de quién es? ¿No?
De ella, Valentina. Y pues muchas gracias.
No, gracias.
Bien, ¿alguien más?
Bueno, pues yo agradezco a la escuela la oportunidad de que nuestros hijos se desenvuelvan de esta manera. Gracias, maestra, por su apoyo, por todo lo que conlleva atrás de todo esto.
y esto habla mucho de ustedes, aunque sea su primera exposición, lo hacen muy bien, los felicito a todos tienen un gran valor de estar ahí enfrente. Como dice mi Sara, delante de los papás es complicado, pero lo hicieron muy bien, chicos, muchas felicidades.